So, in the short time we got, we're going to hit H5P. So, H5P is a tool that allows you to build out interactive content. So, these are two examples that I just pulled from their website. You can kind of just download something they had already created and import it. So, here is the history of strawberries, something that I never knew that I needed to know, but here it is. This is one of their timelines, so you can build out timeline like interactives, and yeah, just kind of step through the timeline. Um, so that is one kind of style where it's just like an interactive that students can see. Um, there is another style. This one involves an assignment. So this one, if there's anybody out there in foreign language, short Spanish test. So you can have your students go through and practice speaking. So it asks them to, record themselves saying each of the phrases. And I'm not going to put you guys through listening to my Spanish right now, but they can practice it. And, well, you know what? Just so I can show you the full functionality. No, ¿cómo estás? Yeah, so that one was correct. Um, I know all these, but I'm gonna do this one wrong. Um, ¿Cuál es la hora? So it said it's incorrect, but I can show the solution if I want to. So it recognized that I said ¿Cuál es la hora? And gave me the correct answer. So I could retry it if I want to. Anyway, you can build these things out, and this one actually is set to become a grade. So if students go through and they get all of them correct, they are able to redo it, and submit it for a grade. So if we go to the grade book here, um, sample H5P assignment for Spanish, Heather got 10 out of 10 points. Test student Heather got 10 out of 10 points. Um, Unfortunately, you kind of can't see what they did, which I wish I could have, but let's see, speed grader. I can see start time, end time, the amount of time spent, and then the total score. So if you wanted to include those things as like practice or low stakes, for example, you could. So,
Yeah, depending on the type of activity, you can see what they did in SpeedGrader. It's just with the voice recording, the voice check, it will not show you or be able to, it can't play the recording for you. But for example, if you do like the crossword puzzle or something else that Heather's going to show you, and it's a graded activity, it will show you their results in the SpeedGrader.
yes. So, I was going to go back to modules. And so the way that you can create and embed H5P content, let's just do a page for now. We won't worry about doing an assignment right now. Um, and I'm realizing, did I forget to record this or are we recording? Nope, we're
We're
recording.
recording.
Good. Okay. That is something that I will forget at some point today. So to embed it, what you can do is push the little plug icon. For me, it's going to show up because I've just recently used it, the interactive content H5P. But you can click view all, and then just either scroll through here and find it, or you can just type in H5P up at the top, narrow down, there it is. And that's going to bring up this dialog box. And you can see things that you've already created in there, um, or you can create new content. So let me add content. And like I said, there's stuff on their website where you can just download it, and then upload it. So if you do that, you would just choose the upload and upload the file. kind of like I did, or you can create stuff just from scratch. So there's a ton of options in here. Documentation tool, interactive book, accordion, arithmetic quiz, chart, etc., etc. I was gonna try and find the crossword puzzle. Audio recorder. Bingo, crossword. So let's make a crossword. You can, let's see. We'll just give it a title. I don't know why I'm on beach terms. We'll just go with beach terms. A clue that should point to the answer. Um, I don't know, y'all help me out. Type of bird you can see. Seagull. Um, extra image. Okay. Extra clue, you can choose image. So you can do that if you need to. Whatever. Um, no, I don't want to do that. Okay, yeah, confirm. Um, yeah, and so you just build it out. Um, let's see. How to stay in the shade at the beach. Umbrella. Um, so you kind of lay out your clues, your answers, overall solution word. You can add a solution word that can be derived from particular characters on the grid if you want to. You can do score ranges. I mean, you can get crazy with this thing. So, background image, you can choose a background image. Let's get a beach one real quick. Beach images. Gorgeous. Love it. Let's see if it will let me. I'm over here. Me. Un momento. Background color that can be used instead of background image in transparent areas. Okay, sure, sure. You can highlight or you can kind of configure all of these things. And then down here, you can choose a status. So unpublished, the content can't be inserted into the LMS. Protected, it can be. And then public, anybody can access it and insert it into the LMS. If you want to, you can then put it into a folder. You can identify collaborators, anybody you want to be able to edit that content, share it within the organization. So find folders where you can share it. LTI settings, so you can choose the maximum width if you want to. If it sends scores to the LMS, you can choose best attempt, whatever. Um, Save and insert. Let's see what it does. All right, there is our crossword with our two questions. So, not too bad. Um, that's how you create any content. Um, you just kind of, whether you are in a page or in an assignment, you need to use H5P. In an assignment, it's a little different, and I'll show you that in just a second. Type of bird you can see. Seagull is what I said. Seagull. Okay. Umbrella. Bingo. So, yeah, your grade book did not confirm receiving this attempt because we put it in a page. We didn't put it in an assignment. So what we're going to do now is take that we've already created and put it in an assignment. So assignments, create an assignment. For submission type, you're going to change it from online to external tool. And then within here, go to find, and you're just going to locate interactive content H5P. Bingo. And then that's going to load up that similar window. Since we've already created that crossword, we can just quickly insert it um, and select. I think it defaults to 10 points. That's typically what it does every time I insert it into an assignment. So just configure your settings, your due dates, etc., and then save and publish. So if I now go in and I'm going to just you can't do this, but I'm gonna act as one of my users. So I'm gonna log in as my test student here and go to my assignments. It's gonna load up in a new window and we'll just do the word search. And so submitting attempt was submitted to the gradebook. You made one attempt, you got a 100 on your last attempt. So now if I as a student go to my gradebook, it shows that I made 10 out of 10. And then if I were to go back to my instructor view, it would also show, let me go to grades for this student, 10 out of 10. So H5P, you can make lots of very fun stuff and go down rabbit trails. Any questions?
I put a link in chat to our website for H5P. There's about 7 examples on there of different activities you can do.
Yes.
Um, the juxtaposition I like if you have a really good use case for it. It's one of those sliders that shows 2 pictures and how they compare. And
Mhm.
there's some more on there. The crossword puzzle is such an easy thing to get started with. I say if you've never used H5P before, start with a crossword puzzle
Yep.
and play with that because it's such an easy thing. And I do one of those per semester in my course just for an extra credit assignment. The students seem to enjoy it. Um, but there's a lot of different activities. And to use H5P, you need to request a author license. So if you're interested and you want to start using it or trying it out, then let us know and we can provision you a license. The image hotspot is really neat because like
Centrifugal
this,
pumps.
yep, you can have a YouTube video, or if you click on one of the other plus signs, you can have an image pop up, or if you click on another one, you can have just text or in a graph. So that's kind of neat if you want to diagram a picture, and it's so easy to do in H5P.
Yes.
But not everything has to be graded. You can just have interactive content on your page. And if you've ever taken some training courses at different places, you've probably seen H5P content in there. You just didn't know that's what it was.
Yep.
Hey, there's Scrappy.
I know. Of
Yep.
course, Smokey was I saw.
Yep.
Scrappy.
Yep.
Anyway, this is H5P.
Also one of those that we can sit down with you if you're interested, because the hardest part with H5P is coming up with ideas and how to use it. Once you get the idea, the rest is fairly easy, but it's just like, there's so many activities. What do I do? And if you go, Heather, if you'll go back to creating an
Mhm.
activity, I'll show you one other thing.
Okay. Let me get to a page where I can do that. Edit.
Yep. So go to add content,
Mhm.
and that long list that Heather went through, there's so many things, but you're not sure what it does. Pick one of those that you're just not sure what it does, and click on the item to open it.
And mark the words.
Sure. So every one of these has an example at the top. Some will have tutorial and example, but you'll always see example, and that'll load a new page. and they usually have 2 or 3 examples. I think this one may just only have 1, but
Mhm.
this one shows you what a mark the words activity or content type looks like. So if you're not sure what the name is, you can always click it and say, "Yeah, that's something I'd like to do," and try it out.
Another really cool tool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun stuff that is out there. It's just it takes time to develop. We get that. Um, it's something you can just add a few activities maybe each semester or add one activity a semester and then build off of that next time. But it's a good thing to make your pages a little more interactive in Canvas.
Boy, when you copy from one semester to the next, do they seem to work just fine?
Yes.
That's good.
Yep. Yep. I've copied courses. The crosswords come over. Yeah, just fine. Or any other activity content types that I have in there. Yes. Yep. So just let us know if you are interested in H5P.